CBS College Sports, the only network providing you with complete coverage of the Big Time Showcase, a recruiting combine featuring the best high school football players on the East Coast. This event can change the lives of young men trying to get the attention of the top programs all over the country. We bring you exclusive access right now on College Sports Tonight. Alongside Darren McIntosh, my name is Greg Amsinger. This is College Sports Tonight, and I sure hope you like college football recruiting. There's a lot of that in this show, along with news, right?
Yes, we've got plenty to get to, and we will try to get everything that we think you need to know into the next 60 minutes of the show. But let's get started with our top stories on the day, and it seems to be the theme of the offseason. Tom Lemming, we need more of him.
More Tom Lemming, please.
He's back with more, and he's got some size and speed with him. Have you ever seen a 4.25 40 from a high school kid? Well, you will when we come back. Stay tuned.
See myself out there 2 years ago, me and AD going together, going against each other, and everybody was talking about who's going to win, and, you know, we split. So it's definitely a lot of memories out there, man.
Getting a lot of top players that are willing to come in and work hard and become part of the program, so it's good.
North Carolina defensive lineman Marvin Austin and Rutgers left tackle Anthony Davis hanging out with Tom Lemming earlier. Both had impressive combine performances 3 years ago. Now, Thursday, no player had a better 40-yard dash performance than Devin Schmidt, who busted out a 4.25. 4.25. Tom ran as fast as he could, eventually caught up with him and two other future college stars.
Thanks, Greg. I'm here with three of the biggest performers, the best performers at the Combine, Michael Cole, Devin Schmidt, and Michael Larrow. First with you. How about you, Devin? You were the big surprise, obviously size-wise, wide receiver-wise. How tall are you, about 5'6"?
5'7".
5'7"? But you ran a blazing 4.25, which I think is better than almost any NFL time I've heard of. That's just amazing. So you think you've accomplished what you set out to accomplish when after it was all said and done?
Yeah, I think I accomplished a lot of stuff, and I learned a lot of experience from it. I knew I was going to run pretty fast because I run track. You know what I'm saying? I've been training a lot in the off season, and I ain't played football, so I've been running track all year. So I knew I was going to run a good time. I was aiming for the 4.1.
You know, I pride myself on knowing everybody nationally. By the end of the month of May, I'll have seen about 2,000 of the top prospects in the country in person. But I didn't see you. I didn't know where you really were from. Why don't you tell the people where you're from? What's the name of your high school?
My name of my high school is Westlake, Maryland. I'm from Waldorf, Maryland. I live in White Plains, and I play wide receiver and slapback.
And you've done remarkably well with a 4.25 40. Now, what I don't know, and Devin, what I haven't found out, I could tell who's doing well by numbers, but I don't know a lot of the guys' names until after the Combine. Do you know of anybody that's done very well? Any names of people?
Well, Dirk Thomas and Stephon Morris, they did a pretty good job at DB. So
they covered you like a blanket?
No.
Okay, cute. But now let's put Devin's 4.25 into perspective. Chris Johnson of ECU ran a 4.24 during the NFL Combine, and that translated into him being picked number 24 overall by Tennessee. Darren McFadden also ran one unofficially during the NFL Combine.
That's incredible. You want to pass me the microphone now? I love that they're doing that. Michael Larrow has everyone after him. He said whoever's interested, everyone's interested. His list consists of Clemson, Minnesota, Rutgers, Syracuse, and Virginia. Much more to come on College Sports Tonight. Don't you go anywhere. We're going to jump into the box. So look forward to the Collegiate Nationals this summer. Now, we were also looking forward to the Big Time Showcase on Thursday, and so is our recruiting expert, Tom Lemming, who was loud and proud throughout the night in Piscataway and caught up with two very special guests.
Thanks, Greg. I'm here with two of the biggest named people here at the Combine, two guys that absolutely run everything. One, Chris Melvin for the Combine here, and John Schmidt for the U.S. Army All-America game. First, you, Chris. I've been this, I think, my third or fourth year coming to the Combine, and it looks like it gets better and better every year, even without the college coaches. And I knew you were a little bit worried about that, but how have things been going without the college coaches being here?
Extremely well. I think that, a lot of kids at first was hesitant, stating the fact that, why should we come out here and compete when there's no colleges there? But then on the other hand, you had a lot of kids that said, you know what, there's no pressure. So why not go out there? And I think we had a great turnout. We had 270 kids from not just New Jersey, but the entire tri-state area. And we also had a kid from Kansas came out here. So it tells you that we have a nice nucleus of players that are interested in coming. And I think that this being on our fourth year, before it was called the Elite College Combine, this is the Big Time Showcase. I think that we took it a step further, and I think that it's been a great time for not just ourselves, but as far as the players in attendance.
And I'm sure it benefits you to have a representative, John, who really is the mastermind behind the U.S. Army All-America game. John is player personnel director, the general manager, and the player procurement for the U.S. Army All-American game. But tell us why you're here, John.
Well, first of all, first-class event. I'm extremely impressed with the talent that Chris has assembled here. But basically here to just scout kids for the game. Currently, there's 3 guys in attendance that we have selected for the game. Tom Savage and Jerron Stokes from Pennsylvania, and then also Tyler Stockton from the Hunt School in New Jersey.
Who are some of the other ball players that you might be thinking about selecting for the U.S. Army game?
Well, after seeing today, the list is probably a little longer, but some guys we were considering in the past is that's on our radars: Abdul Smith from the Perkiomen School in Pennsylvania, Theo Reddick from Immaculata in New Jersey, Justin Brown from Delaware. So it's probably a couple more that we're going to have to look at after tonight. So.
You know, I was watching the linemen going head-to-head, and it wasn't maybe not exactly like Marvin going up against Anthony before, because I don't know if you ever going to get 2 great players like that, the best defensive lineman, best offensive lineman. But there were a couple of ball players. We had one, I think, number 12 or 14, that was yelling up to his mom, "That's why you had me for, Mom, to do this well," or something like that. But these kids are really stoked to be going one-on-one. And give us a few names, Chris, on ball players that kind of took everybody by surprise.
It's funny that you stated the linemen, because as far as the defensive linemen, there's a kid, Jamie Powell from Piscataway, who opened up some eyes out here. Strong, about 6'3", about 325 pounds, agile, tough. Kid he definitely opened some eyes. But as far as on the offensive line, you had a kid, Ode Abuchi, who's from Xavier of New York. He did well. And we also had Nick Catalico of Delran, who also did well. James Luder was here from D.C. He represented D.C. Quite well, like they always do. I think that there's probably about 10 guys out there that definitely could easily be named MVPs at the defensive and offensive line.
Well, great. You did a great job running things, Chris. Everything went perfect, including the weather. I know you ordered this kind of weather. And, John, I can't wait for the U.S. Army All-America game again. It's the premier game in the country for high school football. So thanks again for joining us. And it's been fantastic for me.
It's been fantastic for us, too, Tom, because it seems like he knows everybody.
He really does, and he's going to continue to prove it after the break. Don't go anywhere.